Hey, welcome to the Cigar Room Show. So I kind of already got my setup ready for the Cigar Room vibes. So I want to just say, first and foremost, shout out to Stock the Bar Premium Vodka right here. Stock the Bar Premium Vodka. You can find this at your large local retailer, and you can also look it up on stockthebar.com and find out what the closest place near to you. Shout out Daryl and Deborah Reese. I appreciate y'all so much, and thank you for the opportunity to be a brand ambassador for your brand. And Daryl, you're a friend of mine, man. So I would have been a brand ambassador regardless, man. But I appreciate you, man, and really thank you. Cerebella Essentials for all your general purpose man cave and cigar room needs. Cerebella Essentials. I'm telling you, if you haven't got your hands on Cerebella Essentials candles yet, you're missing out. Cerebella Essentials, I appreciate you. So the Cigar Room Vibes. The Cigar Room Vibes is a new concept I came up with where I'm going to take an artist of different artistry, and it doesn't even have to be music. Poetry, spoken word, kind of artistry. I want to give an opportunity to let you put your artistry on this show and share it with the audience that the Cigar Room Show has, and hopefully abroad. People will share and show love. And I just want to support those of you out there that have a passion for artistry, and I'd like you to come on the show, the Cigar Room Vibes, and just vibe out with me and just share your artistry with the audience that tunes into the Cigar Room Show. I hope all of you out there will share this show, will show it to others, and give me some good feedback. So I want to get into people constantly minimizing your accomplishments, how far you've gotten, the things you've done. A lot of people want to constantly minimize you. It's one of the worst things that ever happens to anyone. When you get to a place and people constantly minimize what you've done. You ain't really did anything yet, or they got a story about how they did something and what they did with it when they were your age, or when they were at your place, or if they were where you're at. It's such a unfortunate space when you're listening to those people. To tell somebody that, don't listen to what anyone says and don't care about what people think, that sounds easy enough to do. In reality, a lot of you are in a space where you do listen to what people think, and you combat it a lot. I'm speaking specifically to those people that hear what people say and they constantly want to combat it. Listen, it's no use in trying to win those arguments. Those people are already sold on what they're sold on. As a matter of fact, they want you to listen to their opinion as if it's reality for you, or it's going to be your reality. And let's just say some of you experienced some of those realities that people were telling you that you were going to experience. For instance, that you're going to fail, whatever it may be. And then you actually do fail. Well, anybody that knows anything about success principles, you have to fail until you succeed. That's a part of it. But see, you also have to analyze and see where you're at. Are you doing something that's get you closer to your goal, or are you starting to fade out? Did that derail you, or did it have you more determined to go after your goals? There's people who come from families that genetically they're bigger people. So they pass on, hey, we're all big bone. Hey, we're all bigger. You work out all you want to, you still gonna be thick. Some people, it affects them in a way where they kind of give up. And hey, listen, what you are, you may break that cycle. Breaking the cycle is a lot of what makes us great in moments. Like things that somebody's never done, things that people have accomplished that no one's done before. Like, we talk a lot about generational curses that we're breaking generational curses, breaking generational bonds. I want people to understand it may take more than that first or second try. It definitely may take that. It may take some time. And it's hard to measure when you're dealing with seeing others do it. See, this social media thing has made it so that we get a window view to other people's lives, and based on what they're willing to show anyway. So a lot of times we'll measure where we need to be subconsciously by looking at someone else. And some people, obviously, I should have that. I should be there. This is the place I should strive for. And that's cool to benchmark and say where you'd like to be, but in reality, that's their journey. Yours may be different. You can draw inspiration, but don't draw a conclusion. That's not your story. Where they're going to go, you may surpass. But think about it, no matter what it is, the reason why your journey is so special because of the people you can impact along your journey, those people never will. They may be inspiring to people you come across, but the way you impact someone that's right with you, right along with you, right somewhere you encounter them and anywhere, those special moments when you get the opportunity to have an impact on someone else. This is why your journey is special specifically to you. A lot of us take that for granted. People will minimize where you're supposed to be going, what you're supposed to be doing. Me personally, I can't say that this works for everyone, but I'm just explaining to you some of my personal experiences in hopes that it helps someone. When I hear a lot of doubt, or I even doubt myself, it means for me, I commit more to whatever resources that help me in the first place. So if I feel myself doubting myself, or I hear more doubt and I'm starting to let it taint me a little bit, I read more. I listen to more audiobooks. I listen to more positive energy. I listen to more positive feedback. I listen to more positive. I seclude myself from the distraction, whatever it may be. I have to commit to the other route. If this route is getting too clogged and too distracted, I have to reroute. My mentality, who I'm around, what I spend my time doing, that's just what I have to do. So I encourage you that whatever it may be, if you feel like you're getting a little bit of doubt and you're feeling discouraged and you're feeling like you need to get a re-energized boost, go back to the things that helped you before. Pick up where you left off. Because at some point you left some of that and may have got out there or running off of pure excitement. Stay committed to the things that are helping you along your journey. Stop combating with everyone. Everyone isn't worth the fight. They really aren't. I used to think that I try to, debate with someone and tell them something. And eventually I had to realize it doesn't matter what I say. This person is sold on what they're saying. Now me speaking for myself, I thought, I correct them and, they need to know the truth and know that that's not what this is about, or know that that's not what I'm doing, and I need to correct them and let them know. I need to tell them like, oh, that's not right. Or when they're saying it in front of other people, I need to correct them so those people don't get lost in thinking that that's right. And man, those battles aren't worth it. They're really not. Far too often, we get consumed with that thought process, and it's not worth it. It really isn't. It's such a misunderstanding and misguided approach that people come at you with anyway because they're full of doubt, they're full of fear, and they don't want to admit it to you. I heard Jay-Z say, somebody was saying to him, it ain't gonna work out for you. No, it didn't work out for you that way. But for you, it could be a whole different circumstance. Whole different set of circumstances. There is always going to be doubters, and there's always going to be believers. You just have to choose what side you're on. Are you finding yourself in a place where you're doubting a lot? Are you finding yourself in a place where you're getting fed distractions? Sounds like maybe you need to start secluding yourself from those things. Give yourself back to your resources that helped you originally. Don't get into those combative pushback and want to debate and all that. Let people like it a good debate. It's not worth it. It's really not. It's not worth it. Those arguments aren't worth it. That energy isn't even worth giving. A lot of you have come so far. A lot of you have come so far. Speaking for myself, I know that I've come a long way. I was thinking to myself the other day how once upon a time I thought that I was going to have all these extravagant things and do all these extravagant things. And I thought about, wow, for what? And I would say the thing like, oh, I'm going to use it for inspiration. I'm going to have a Lamborghini. I'm going to have a mansion. I'm speaking it. I'm claiming it. Years ago, I thought like that. I dedicated myself more to claiming things versus actually working for them. I spoke more about what I wanted versus about the work that I was willing to do. Some of you out there maybe have that habit as well. Listen, if you're having that, it means at some point you decided to have a transition of thinking, and you need to stay on that course. You're going to be great. You're going to be fine. I don't know whoever it is maybe out there, but I just want to speak directly to you. You're going to be great. Your success is not going to be measured by what others think of you. Your success isn't even going to be just measured by a number. I'm a personal believer that success is measured by impact. Not what I have, not what I gave, not what I continuously buy, not what my freedom to purchase, my impact. What is my impact? That became important to me. See, when I started to strive more for impact, the way people minimized my accomplishments or minimized what I was doing, I started to think it didn't matter. It does not even matter what you think in that regard, because I'm constantly thinking about my impact. What am I doing to make more impact positively on others? What am I doing that is going to teach or help someone else and save them from a worse situation? What am I doing? What am I doing to help these people? What am I doing to help myself, my children, my family? What am I doing? People who look at me and probably look to me, and I'm not even aware that they look at me like that. What am I doing to make a positive impact? And by the way, when I do make mistakes, what am I doing to make it right? What am I doing to make strides to be better after that? That I can't fall victim to that anymore. I can't let myself stay there. And the moment you make a mistake, what does somebody try to do again? See? Told you. They ain't this and they ain't. And that's all they're going to do. They're going to try to keep you there. Soon as you make that mistake, soon as something not going the way in life that you thought it should, and they can't wait to just beat you down with it. They constantly want to beat you down. They want to constantly make you feel inadequate, make you feel incompetent about your decisions and your judgment, and you, and you're wrong, and you don't know what you're doing, and you're a failure at this, you're a failure at that, you're a failure. And minimize you. Make you feel like you're not doing anything, and make you feel like the struggles that you're going through are going to be everlasting. And nope. Keep going. I said on some other shows before, consistency changes the circumstances. Be consistent at what you're striving to do. Be consistent. A lot of you, I probably found out already, the people that's going to support you the most are people that's getting to know you, coming across you somehow, some way, and they grow an appreciation for you. And you're like, man, these people who are around me, yes, the people who are around you, they don't feel like that about you. Yes, you're about to do something that they can't do in their minds, that they haven't done. And when you're doing something extravagant, they're not going to feel extravagant as well. Like, wow, yes, I feel empowered. That's not the majority of people going to feel like that. No, they're not. Initially, they're definitely not. They're going to feel envious. You're going to make them feel inadequate at some point, because you may be around the same age as them and they're not even thinking like you, let alone what you're doing. But see, a lot of you are thinking that way and got the mindset like that, but you haven't accomplished certain things yet or got to a certain place yet. And that's okay. I'm here to tell you that is okay. You're not where you think you should. It's okay. Listen, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Don't fall victim to that. Listening to people or letting yourself tell yourself where you should be. No. Start telling yourself different things. A transition is going to happen. And now while you're saying all this, while people doing all this talking, be action. Go right into action. Don't get to talking too much, y'all. Don't do that. I'm speaking it. I'm claiming it. Stop that. Stop. Go do the work. Go do the work. Put in the work. Faith without works is dead. Do the work. It's universal law. Whether you want to believe in it or not, it's universal law. You apply what you believe in and put the actions with it. It has to keep coming to your life. Now, will you sustain it? That's on you. That you got to make those judgments, because a lot of people want things, but can they sustain it? See, when you get to the other place where now that you have something going on and it's going well or it's doing okay, now you got to sustain it. But whoa, when you don't sustain it, when you make a mistake, people pounce on you again and try to minimize your accomplishments. So many of you have yet to accomplish so many more great things. There was a lot of people that was in bad places and spaces in their life. And you know where you were at once. You know how I felt where you was at. How you felt like nothing. How you felt insecure. You felt like all the work you were putting in, it wasn't doing anything. You remember that space and place. And some of you got out of that. And you're at a different place. And for some people, success makes you lonely. Because what the people that are around you want from you. The people that are around you, they don't necessarily make you better. They just like being around the person who's actually doing something. And then you realize that you're starting to lose some of the values and some of the things that you originally wanted to do this for, whatever it may be. Tell you something. Go back again. Go back to the things that got you started. Reignite yourself. When you feel yourself slipping, reignite yourself. Don't you minimize your accomplishments. Maximize your accomplishments. There's always going to be doubters. There's always going to be places and spaces where you may even doubt yourself. Don't minimize your accomplishments and don't let others. And if they choose to minimize your accomplishments, they choose to say things about you, there's nothing you can do about it. It's not enough fighting, but some people want that energy from you. Don't continue to give it to them. Do not continue to give it to them. I want and I need. I remember hearing that when I was a kid. It's the difference between what you want and what you need. What do you want? But what do you need? What do you need to do? Where do you need to be to make the impact that you're trying to make? Do you want a valuable life? Or do you want valued lifestyle? Do you want valued life or a valued lifestyle? Do you want a life that is sought after, look for, like a quality of life, a peace of mind while you're enjoying things about life? Or do you want something that everybody else wants, but they have no idea what it really feels like? There's so many people that there's 21.9 million billionaires on Earth. There's so many of you that are going to be in that place and space, maybe even billionaires and six-figure incomes, and that's fine. I just hope when you get there that you're still willing to make an impact. But the way to get to a better quality of life is do not minimize your accomplishments. Don't let others minimize your accomplishments. Each goal that you've done and achieved, be grateful and move on. Don't minimize your accomplishments. Don't let others minimize your accomplishments. Maximize each time. Each time maximize. And go after a valued life. Go after a valued life. Something you could look back on and be proud of. Something you can feel like that was great. A lot of people were touched and blessed in a good way. A valued life instead of a valued lifestyle. These possessions, these things, they come and go. Each generation will have a better version of it as they get older and as the years go on. You go talk to anyone in their 70s, 80s, 90s, hundreds even. Blessings that they make it that. They don't necessarily talk all the time about the possessions they had. They don't talk about the cars, the houses, the things. They talk about the love, the relationships, the good times. And people who maximized their accomplishments as they went, man, they look back and they're so happy. And they're so happy the different things they've done and how it touched their grandkids, great-grandkids. They're so happy and proud. Don't let people minimize your accomplishments. You're so valuable. And a lot of you know it. A A lot of you know exactly how valuable you are. You know exactly what you're capable of, much more than a lot of other people know. They don't know how capable you really are. Go show them. Go make the best of your decisions. And when you make that mistake, go maximize another accomplishment. Remake another goal and go accomplish it. Work on your mental health. Do things that help you in your mental health. There's things you work out to increase your physical health and make that better. Where you eat right, exercise. And mentally, what do you take in? Eating mentally. What do you exercise? What do you meditate on or focus on that brings you to a different place? I always think to myself what kind of impact I want to have. What kind of impact is this decision going to have? I don't always make the right decision, but I always have the best intention when I make those big decisions. But sometimes I don't. And I have to make it right. I have to make strides to make it better, make better choices going forward, make new goals. I can appreciate anybody who wants to make the best of their decisions and maximize their accomplishments. I always hope the best for everyone. I have a saying, possible is only reserved for those that persevere. What have you persevered to see what's possible in your life? I hope everyone out there has a blessed and prosperous week from the Cigar Room Show.